yesterday we had too much fun. Today
Yeah.
we're like business. We got to raise this money.
That's right. Yeah, I talked to Mike last night. Not quite on our target.
Yeah.
So we got some catch up to do. It's kind of like I could see this like sitting by a fire music,
Oh, yeah.
you know, just having a drink. I could see this driving down the road 5 miles under the speed limit music.
Do you know, on my way home from Redeemer Radio after these shows,
I love that this music is still playing.
I know, me too.
Thanks for not fading it out,
why ever
Steve.
stop it?
Yeah, just
It's
Happy Friday.
a lot of traffic.
Happy Friday, everybody.
And people get mad at you if you stop for like 1 extra sec. If you're like, I'm like literally like lifting my foot off of the brake to put it on the gas, and people are like honking behind me at a stoplight. And then I am that there's this like real petty edge to me where I am so tempted then to just run like 1 mile per hour under the speed limit.
Yeah.
The whole rest of the way that they're following me, just be like, oh, are you in a hurry? Are you really in a hurry?
Yeah, to pump the brakes every once in a while.
But then I think about like, well, maybe they really are. Like maybe they're late for work, or their kids got to get to school
Somebody's
or whatever.
in delivery right now in the back seat.
And then I'm like, do I really need to be that selfish? And usually, the Holy Spirit is like, come on, Andrea. And I'm like, okay, fine. But every once in a while, I do, like maybe 100 feet of slow.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. This is day 4 of Sharathon. I'm Kyle Heimann here with Andrea Serrani. Also in the studio, we've got
This song just gets more groovy.
Cindy
this
Black,
is nice.
Pat Padley, Steve's over on the dials.
Good morning.
Been doing a
Welcome
fantastic
to your
job.
Friday.
Shout out to Steve and Sean, the true heroes of the Sharathon. Sean holding the
Producers and
fort down in
engineers.
South Bend, Steve here in Fort Wayne.
It
It's
would
great.
just literally not be happening without them.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So-
the pad.
Hey,
It just like fades out.
Yeah.
Like that's nice.
Pat, can you tell us? Well, I maybe let's wait a little bit because I think 7:02 we're still getting people on board.
Mm-hmm.
You've got an incentive for our donations. We got to figure out what the thresholds are going to be for them. We've got some giveaways. I think I'm gonna. Why don't you guys?
So we'll just hold it down.
Why don't you pitch things? I want to go get a prize
Go get the
to
prize.
show you. I'll be right back.
Got it. So definitely the primary thing to do today is donate money.
And you can do that by texting 260-436-9598. Cindy and I are looking at the text line. Cindy will chat with you, and you can text any amounts.
Yes, you
One, well, really not one. Give us $10. Like start at 10.
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 150,
You can give
250,
monthly.
500, 1,000,
Exactly.
300,000, whatever you really
I
want.
will tell you, yesterday before our Tipman Hour met their goal, like their announced goal, the one we want them to blow past.
Yes, right.
I gave sacrificially. I'm not trying to brag, but I actually was driving home last night and I was like, okay, Lord, that was a bigger pledge than I usually make.
Yeah.
But I believe in what we're doing. So there we go.
Yeah, so that's what we're trying to do today. And I do want to mention, I'm going to mention this a few times because it's just so generous and such a good example of like the sort of community that we have and the way that our community has really like risen together to do like real good, powerful work inspired by the Holy Spirit and living out, the kingdom and the call. The Tipman family and their foundation are so great. They this is a little secret that we're going to make very public so that all of you will be inspired to give money, 260-436-9598. The very generous Tipman Foundation will still double your money. Not just during their hour. They are so generous. They're like, even when it closes, it's fine. If people still are willing to get on board this mission, we're still willing to match it. So if you give during this hour and say, can you please apply it to the Tipman Hour? We will, and they will double it.
Yep. And we've got a special thank you if you donate for that hour.
Yes.
During this hour.
Yes.
If you've already done it, thank you. But this is maybe you can do it again. Because
by all means.
Any donation at all, no matter the amount, is going to get a notebook and a sticker.
Yes.
A Spoke Street. I didn't grab one of those when I was over there.
It's on your laptop.
One of these stickers?
Well, the that sticker. But
If
then
you're looking live on Facebook or YouTube, you can see
The
see
silver,
it.
our silvery stickers.
and
with
then
the
the
Spoke
notebook's
Street logo.
like half sheet of a
That's nice.
piece of paper size.
Yeah.
It's good, nice little fabric logo. Cool. All right. And then, what's the threshold for this? Oh, if they donate to the Tipman Hour,
Yes.
like what, $20 or more?
Let's. Do you think we have enough to give to everyone?
Do I have permission to give these away?
You do.
All right.
Now's a good time to ask while we're on air live. It's kind of like,
Hey, Mom, can I do this? These are really cool. So this is a
What is-
Redeemer
what
Radio
is that?
umbrella, and it's not. These are not a
Wow.
piece of junk. Like
Wow.
this is. I always get the cheap, tiny little umbrellas.
Yeah.
That don't.
Yeah.
Like the first time you get a
You
gust of
could.
wind.
Looks like you go golfing with that one.
Let's say 25, and then your donation to Redeemer Radio is 50.
Look at that. Look at that.
Okay,
Wow.
so if you
I mean,
donate,
it's still small.
Isn't that
Yeah.
unlucky
It's not.
to do
It's
that?
not a
Like,
huge.
we're not
We're
not
superstitious.
superstitious.
Yeah.
We're not a
I'm-
people of
no, I'm just-
superstition.
just asking.
Go
just
to
asking.
confession.
Thank you.
So I was gonna say, what if we do $25 if you donate in this hour to the Tipman Hour, $25 or more? Because then, if you donate $25 in this hour to the Tipman and apply it to the Tipman Hour, it's $50 coming to Redeemer Radio and Spoke Street Media.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
any
Oh,
So
it comes
look at
with a
that- no, no,
cover,
yeah.
like a case.
Look at this. Look.
Whoa. Okay,
Wow.
that is such a good deal.
Eh,
Because you're
Andrew's
getting,
like,
you're
how
getting
did I
a
not have one of
notebook,
those?
a sticker, and an umbrella. Seriously, I need a little umbrella. I only have one of those giant ones, and my kids always get it out of the car and drag it around the house and poke me in the eye with it.
Yeah.
This is what I
this
need.
is perfect. to Just like throw
Where's
into
the
the car
Where's the
seat.
pledge form?
There you go. First one. And then also, anybody that donates $150 or more will get the notebook, the sticker, the umbrella, and a T-shirt that says "Share the Good." Andrea and I, and Cindy as well, all wearing ours.
Oh, guys.
If you're watching the live stream, they're all over. You can
Yeah.
see them on us, on the
no
walls.
one
Share the
texted or
good.
called me today that we were going to be matching
Oh,
uniforms.
it's all right. If you're
You
watching
do
the live
have the
stream,
blue
I really
stripe
am
in
filling
yours,
out a pledge
though.
form so I can have an umbrella, by the way.
Nice, nice.
So you too can get an umbrella, $25 or more.
Okay, any donation, sticker, and a notebook. $25 donation toward the Tipman Hour specifically will get the umbrella, notebook, and sticker. $150 gets a T-shirt, an umbrella, a notebook, and a sticker.
Can I have my umbrella, please?
260-436-9598.
You got a text. You got a text.
260
Oh, yeah.
436-9598.
I'm just
We've
kidding.
got Pat and Cindy manning the text line. There you go. First umbrella out the door.
Boom.
Terrific.
Guys, we have
Ding,
more.
where's my dinger? Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah, you need
we
to
should get the dinger for today. So anyway, so if you donate any amount this hour to the number, you can text 260-436-9598. That way we know to give you the prize. You also can donate online. We're not going to say no to your money, but we might not remember to give you your prize. So text us and let us know about how much money you're giving. Any amount, sticker, and notebook. The notebooks are really cool. But also, if you donate $25 or more and let us know, we can apply it to the Tipman Hour. You can get this amazing umbrella that has a case and everything.
Hey, we have our first donation.
Yes.
Carolyn Smock.
No, the second donation.
Second donation.
Andrea's
sorry,
first.
I'm sorry. First
Carolyn
donation from the
again.
text. First donation from the text.
Carolyn
line.
should get some kind of extra prizes because
$25
this is every single day.
Tipman
for
hour and an
Carolyn.
umbrella.
Nice.
Yay!
All right.
Carolyn
so
has
much,
been
Carolyn.
texting every day. We love you, Carolyn.
We'll maybe let us know if you want to pick up your umbrella from the South Bend studio so we can make a pile to go to South Bend because I don't know if they have umbrellas there.
Well, they should. Doesn't it rain a lot in
Hey,
South Bend?
what is the? I thought you were gonna do an incentive
I
for different
do.
thresholds.
So let's announce it now.
I do.
Now's a good time.
I have another threshold. So, if we hit, what do you think? $200 total in donations.
Okay.
Uh,
Is this every $200?
sure.
You
Every $200.
You tell an embarrassing
I
story.
tell something more embarrassing. I've only got like 3 or 4 so
Okay.
that are really really good.
all right? While supplies last.
Yeah.
Limited
So come
supply.
on. That is a self-sacrificial thing.
That's right.
I'm
Perfect
willing
for
to-
Friday and
And this is
Yeah.
this is natural, not with the Tipman match. So we raised $200.
Correct. Yeah, we so far we have $50.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if somebody gave $150 right now, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me.
Very
Look
good.
at that.
Very good.
Look at that.
Hey, for anybody listening yesterday, our tribond was pirates, snakes, bishop. Those are things all are part of St. Patrick's story. I don't know when I heard about the pirates and snakes. I don't know why it wasn't when I was a child. I think that's when I would have been really pumped about it.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't until I was an adult that I heard that story.
Is it part of that the cartoon version that's on Formed? I haven't watched it.
It is.
But
I don't know.
does he get
It for
kidnapped by
sure
pirates
is,
in that one?
because my kids were helping me prep yesterday,
Yeah?
no, the night before. I was FaceTiming my kiddos,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Dad, we watched this St. Patrick's thing," and I didn't know the pirates thing either until they told me. And I
You
was
didn't know, like now?
no, I didn't know the night before because you were like,
Yeah.
"We're going to do St. Patrick's Day. You're going to be on the show," and I was like, "Children, you have to help prep me here." And then when I called them last night, they go, "Daddy, did you win Mr. Kyle's game?"
Aww.
Yes, I
Yes.
did. In fact,
Yeah, with flying colors.
yeah.
Love it.
All right, today's Tribond, 3 things that have one thing in common. I was going to do St. Joseph, but then I was like, well, I just did St. Patrick. But tomorrow's
Yeah,
St.
you know.
Joseph's feast. Maybe we can talk about that. But today's Tribond, 3 things that have one thing in common. Thunder, movie cameras, the R's in Spanish. If you
Wait,
know
what?
the answer,
Say that
text
again?
us, 260-436-9598. What do these 3 things have in common?
That's a pretty easy
Thunder,
one.
movie cameras, the R's in Spanish.
And when I say pretty easy, I mean you should definitely be getting this one.
Pat's
Okay,
still
it
thinking
took
of
me
it.
a minute,
I got
so
it.
that's
I
okay.
got it.
Okay. Text in your answer, 260-436-9598. Thunder, movie cameras, the R's in Spanish.
And I just want to challenge our tribonders,
Tribondians?
tribondians,
Mm-hmm.
to not just text in the answer, but text in a couple numbers with that as well. That 260-436-9598.
Whatever numbers that you text us, we will assume is the donation amount that you would like to make.
So there's a little hint. It's not a number.
Yeah.
The
Oh, right.
answer. The
While
answer's not a
while
number.
your phone is out, just make a little pledge.
The Tribond should have been like, the answer is 1,000. You know? What is 1,000 in Roman numerals?
1,000 in Roman numerals is M.
Thank you.
This was almost, I was like, felt a lot of pressure right now
Yeah.
because my Latin teacher's son is Steve Niemoller. And I was like, whoa, I have to get this right.
Do you study Roman numerals in Latin?
Yeah.
Is that an overlap thing there?
Mhm. I mean, that's where they come from.
Both dead to me.
Latin and Roman numerals.
Yeah.
How do you know which Super Bowl it is?
I have never needed to know that, actually. That has,
That's about the only. And people this year were like complaining about it. Like, can we really just not anymore? Like, can we just have the numbers? Do we really still need the Roman numerals?
Liv Harrison is a...
How do you know which pope it is?
okay. Well, because it's just Francis. It's easy.
if it's the first.
For now.
And that's actually where I get hung up the most.
Yeah.
Is with popes. Like, I'm reading something, it's like, and Pope Paul the
Something.
6th.
Well, there are only 6 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know about the Johns?
I have not run into the Johns
23rd. Are
as
there
much.
23 of them?
There are 23 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hardest ones are when there's a 4.
So one of our podcasts, Acts 29.
Yes.
I never knew what it was.
What are the
for
Roman
longest
numerals
time.
for 29?
XXIX. Only
Yeah.
because I've been conversing with them a lot lately.
Yeah. When it's 1 before a 5 or a 9 or a 10, it's a
Subtraction.
1. Yeah, it's subtraction.
If the lower number is before the bigger number, then it's subtraction.
So
if
yes, exactly.
But does that ever
So-
happen?
So
Like if you put a
the X is 10, so you have 2 10s,
Yeah.
and then 9 is X minus 1, so I. X.
Right, but would they ever do XM for 990?
No.
Wow, I am really confused right now.
Is this good radio? Is this,
No, they
are
would
we-
not.
No,
are
it probably isn't.
Do we need to
So
move on?
anyway, 260-436-9598.
Donate to get us off
Back
the
on
air.
track here.
It's been a while since I've done a morning show. How does this work? Are we supposed to talk about something important?
Yes. How about our content?
I would like to talk about one thing that we promised in some of the promos for this is behind the scenes and some of our plans for the future. And I would like to. We have done that. We've talked about behind the scenes, like that every podcast that airs during the podcast block is screened. Not only like the show in its entirety, do we screen it before we like say we want to make this part of the block, but then every episode is completely listened to in its entirety before we share it with you to make sure like this is good quality content that you're going to learn from, be entertained, engaged, challenged, inspired.
Speaking
So,
of screening,
Yeah.
Sean O'Connor is going to be screened from Rain by our Redeemer Radio. And
Woohoo!
Buzz.
Ding ding.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Sean
Wow,
O'Connor.
you
He's
really-
back.
You really, that was
He's
a
back.
stretch.
He'll be dry when it rains with the Redeemer
So wait, so
Radio
what's our
umbrella.
total then, Cindy, right now?
Oh gosh.
50, let's see, 95?
Do we need to keep
95?
keep a
I
running
shared
total
the
somewhere?
spreadsheet with you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I
here-
haven't finished my coffee. We can't do math.
I
didn't put in
everybody's
the-
like working here, trying to communicate
I
with people.
forgot to
doing-
put Andrea's in. Sorry.
But Pat, if you can take a break from that,
That's
one of
fine.
the things, one of the things that we've been working on, and this is kind of specifically something that you've been helping us with, is something that we're calling Playbook 2.0. This has the potential to really get into the weeds, and I think there are some people that would really like to hear about this. I'm happy to meet with people, but when we did our original kind of discernment retreat, and came up with where God was calling us as an organization, which eventually turned into Spoke Street Media as a part of our mission, we came up with Playbook 1.0. And it was our mission statement, our pillars, our why, our target, what are we trying to do and how are we trying to do it. We didn't have the name Spoke Street Media in there, and we really didn't have some of the refinement that we're looking for now. So we've been talking about putting together Playbook 2.0. And what would you explain, Pat, is like a broad overview of what we're trying to do with that and why it's important for us to do it?
Yeah, I think let's see. So Spoke Street, we're only about a year in, and so
Right.
I think I think we've got a really great foundation. We've got a lot of momentum already. I mean, just go to the website and see how many new podcasts that you just added. What was like
About
5
15.
About 15.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of really great stuff. I think the amazing thing is we're able to start to expand our content library. Not just EWTN has a lot of great stuff. I think but beyond that, we're able to like find very specific shows that reach out to people or are serving the needs of people that a big broadcaster like EWTN is not, because they have to kind of appeal to the masses. And so
yeah.
Playbook 2.0, I think, is a continued focus to build out what I would call our brand foundation, where we're starting to like strategically plan against how do we either, continue to acquire really great content creators, or how do we start to maybe build some of this stuff in-house, like our Dr. show and stuff like that. I think looking at the table and just in our whole team, I think there's a big desire to grow also just beyond podcasts. You're seeing a whole generation of people who and I'm not just talking about like really young people, but I'll use my kids at least as an example, is if you ask like pretty much anybody who's probably, I'll just say under 20, to like show how you take a photo, like I'm used to like pretending that I have an old time camera and I'm clicking the right.
There's a button on the top. Yeah.
But if you ask other people, it's like they're holding something and then they tap a screen and that's how I
Right.
take a photo. You
Right.
know, and I just feel like we're seeing in college, which was a while ago now for me. I remember in these communication classes we started to talk about this term called media convergence, and where the idea was everything's going to kind of start to feel and like the same, and you start to see like, Instagram starts to take over some of the same features that like Snapchat has,
Right.
or I'm playing video games like we were all playing Wordle the other day. It's like we're playing games on our phone, but you used to only play games like video games kind of things on a TV.
Right.
And it's all, and I can watch Netflix on my computer or my phone, or I can listen to audio on my computer, my phone, or on the radio. Like everything's just sort of starting to like meld together. And I think, finding both like mechanisms like, like podcasts, like distribution, but also finding the right kind of what are we saying, who are we trying to reach out to. And so we're constantly looking at the, like we were, excuse me, we were talking about like the data in the church. There's a lot of studies, like Dynamic Catholic did a phenomenal study that said that only about 7% of Catholics are both sacramentalized and evangelized. And so what that means is, yes, they're attending Mass regularly. They've received all their sort of initiation sacraments, but evangelized meaning they've actually had a real encounter with the person of Jesus and have a relationship. Only 7%,
Right.
which is like a crazy stat. So that means that 93% of people that are showing up to Mass on Sundays, they might be coming out of obligation, or they might be coming because they do feel connected to the community, but that means they don't actually have a personal relationship with the Lord. Like, man, we gotta shake that up. You know what I mean? And so I think there's a strong desire in this sort of, we're calling it Playbook 2.0. Like, what's our strategy to go after those the other 93%? Yeah. So that's how I would sort of describe it.
Yeah. And if you want to support our mission to do that, it's 260-436-9598. You can just text that number. If you call it, I cannot promise you that anybody will answer right now. Our volunteers are probably brushing their teeth right now. They're on their way in. Thank you to our volunteers.
Yeah,
that
we've
have
had
been put in
amazing volunteers.
so many hours helping out. Every Sharathon, it's just amazing to see how many people are just so generous with their time, so generous with their finances to be able to support this mission. 260-436-9598.
I want to say more about our volunteers, but first I want to remind everyone about our incentives today, because we've got a whole list of them every morning. I feel like maybe we make it a little like needlessly complicated for us. I mean, we're happy to just give you guys everything, but Kyle and Cindy, I'm sure after I leave and just go back to my children, are just like, okay, trying to like match columns and who gets what.
2 or 3 hours yesterday to get the spreadsheet straightened out on these books, and we're still missing an address.
Yeah.
Who was the person that we were?
You're trying to call them out.
Send us your address. So anyway, for today, what we're doing is we're trying to raise money, first of all. And that's the whole purpose of this. But if you help us do that to support our mission, if you give any amount of money, including $1, although that might be not even worth your time. Honestly, right? Like, it might not be worth even this time you spent on the text.
We'll take it.
But we will take it.
I donated $1 to test out the Venmo, because you can just can friend Redeemer Radio on Venmo and just send us money whenever you feel like it. It's really easy.
Seriously.
It took me like 3 seconds to do it. And Mike was like, so I'm not going to be sending you a tax sheet for that. So, that's fine.
So any amount of money, and you can have a beautiful silver, shiny. My 3-year-old is obsessed with these stickers because they sort of have that.
You get a sticker and a notebook.
Yeah, the rainbow sheen. So any amount of money, you get a sticker and a notebook. And then if you donate $25 or more to the Titman Hour, because then your money becomes $50, $25 or more, you get an umbrella. Where's my umbrella? It fell on the floor.
It's a
beautiful umbrella.
It's black. It's got blue trim.
And then blue
it's got
on the
Redeemer
inside.
Radio logo.
The whole inside of it is blue. So like while the skies are pouring down on you, you can just see this beautiful blue.
Huh.
Yeah. It's this like nice iridescent blue.
I didn't even pay
And it
attention.
comes with a case. It's super nice. Definitely worth your $25 that you're giving to support a really good cause. And if we every $150 we raise,
Every
No,
$200.
every
Every $200.
We're at 145 right now. People.
145.
every
Okay.
$200, Pat's going to tell us something embarrassing about himself.
And also, if you want, you can apply your money to any hour
Yeah.
that has come or is coming. But if you apply it to the Titman Hour, they have offered to continue their $double as long as it's.
Oh, and of course, if you
Correct.
donate $150 or more, you get this amazing T-shirt that most of us are wearing.
I even
you.
Wah, wah.
Wow.
I washed mine.
Yeah, me too.
And,
I got it out of the dryer this
Guys,
morning.
I
Still
don't.
fits.
How am I going to wash mine? I traveled here
I
from
know.
the city. Are you
I
kidding me right now? Like, this is what we're going to talk about in the air? Really? This is what
Anyway.
you're going to call me?
Just
Anyway.
text us 260-436-9598.
I wanted to talk more about the volunteers. I want to say a
Tell me.
special shout out to Kathy and Russ Seaver
Oh, man.
and Donna
So
Gleason
good.
and Darlene Simpson. If you have come here this week, you have definitely met
Well,
them
the Fort Wayne studio.
in the Fort Wayne
Yep.
studio. They have been taking care of all of the food, all of the cleanup every evening after my children make a mess with the suckers and whatever. They have been cleaning it up. So special shout out to them, arranging for the food, which has been delicious as always. So thank you to whoever's been bringing food, making sure there are snacks for the people who are here for long days or coming in and just need a little pick-me-up before they go on the air, whatever. So thanks to Kathy, Russ, Donna, and Darlene for helping with that. And the other thing I thought about yesterday that I really wanted to mention was our hosts for the hours.
Yeah.
Have been doing such a good
Oh,
job.
they're so great.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you've been listening to Sharathon long enough, you'll know we didn't always use local hosts.
Mm-hmm.
But I am so impressed with the way that we have been able to like tap into our own local community. And you can just hear how much they really do care about this mission, how much they're on board with it. You know, they're begging. It sounds sincere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they care.
Yeah.
They're here not because we're paying them.
Yeah.
They're here because they want to support the mission.
Yeah. And they're doing a great job. So thanks to all of them, too, for
Because we don't pay them, by the
helping
way.
us. Yeah.
And behind the scenes, Connie Kronstein
Yeah.
and Karen Reinhardt.
Yeah, we kind of, the whole debacle in the morning trying to figure all this stuff out. Connie was helping us sort all that out. Poor Connie had to straighten out our messes sometimes.
And then, yeah, I'm always taking slips to Karen, like, can you fix this? And then my mom, Linda Maccabee, has also been
Yeah.
in a room by herself, just entering.
Yep, all the inputs.
Information.
But seriously, we couldn't exist like every day without the really great support that we get from our community, from volunteers. Obviously, what we've been focusing on this week is the monetary support, but also your prayers, you're telling people about us, your bumper stickers on your car, like
Yeah.
all those things really do make a difference. Sharing the good really makes a difference. I mean, that is literally what evangelization is. And we couldn't do it without you. So if you want to help us do even more, 260-436-9598.
Cindy, how are we doing? Do we have any more people we need to thank?
Mark Johnson and Crystal Sponsler.
All right.
They get umbrellas.
Yes.
There we go.
Umbrellas.
Oh,
Okay.
umbrellas. Wow. Okay.
So they, as
Excellent.
$25 or more donated to the Tippin Hour gets an umbrella.
Now, Mark is a St. Charles parishioner, but
He's adding more to
Yep.
his previous donation. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Has anybody been getting the tri-bond today?
yes,
Texting
most
with
of
that?
them are getting the tri
You made it too
Okay.
easy.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. It's a Friday. You're just
Yeah.
being kind.
Well, what we want you to do is
Sure.
get your phone out, answer the
that's-
tri-bond, and
Yeah.
while your phone is in your hand, just send a little extra text message.
You know, I'd also be interested. You know, if you're maybe you haven't listened to all the podcasts on Spoke Street like Andrea has. I'd be interested in you texting and just letting us know what is some of your favorite programs, either on the radio, you know,
Yeah.
or on Spoke Street, or maybe is there something that you've listened to that you're like, oh man, I wish we could hear more of
Yeah.
that. Like, you know, we're open to feedback. It would be great. I can tell you one of my favorite shows. Well, it's more my kids' favorite shows is Catholic Sprouts. I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody else has listened to it. It's
Yeah.
great. It's like a short 8-minute program. I know we put it on the radio too.
Yep.
And it's great. Like, and they keep it up with the Daily Saints. So we'll sit down and, you know, my kids will be chowing down on their mac and cheese at lunchtime or whatever. And my wife puts it on and they love it. Actually, it's funny. My boys, like, as soon as the song goes, doon, 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 they like start dancing. They're like, oh, Catholic Sprouts. And it's just a
Yeah.
podcast for kids. And it's so great because
It's Catholic Sprouts.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's man, it's just phenomenal. I feel like allowing, I don't know, our kids to get excited about their faith,
Yeah.
and it just serves them well. Like how much content is out there just for kids to get engaged and understand the Catholic faith, you know?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Come on, you gotta.
No, just one.
I know.
But Dave, our friend,
But we can be excited.
Thanks,
Dave Steffen is also
Dave, he
giving-
wanted an umbrella?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, good job, Dave.
Yes.
Awesome.
Love it.
Hey, if you did want to answer today's Tri-Bond, it's 3 things that have one thing in common. Thunder, movie cameras, the R's in Spanish. Text your answer to our number 260-436-9598. You can send in a Tri-Bond answer. You can send in, like Pat was saying, a show that you really enjoy or you wish you could hear more of. You can send in a donation amount. All you have to do is say a number. Like we'll take care of the finances later, but just let us know that you would like to make a donation. We'll put you down in our spreadsheet. Any donation at all this morning will get a Spoke Street notebook and Spoke Street sticker. It's a, I think they call it a holographic sticker. It's like a silvery but rainbowy color. Like whenever you kind of move it around, it's cool. My kids love them. So sticker and notebook, no matter what you donate. Anybody that donates $25 or more and says they want it to go towards the Tipman Hour because it's going to be doubled, so that becomes $50 or more, then we will give you an umbrella as well. So the sticker, the notebook, the Redeemer Radio umbrella, you can promote Redeemer Radio in the rain.
Yes.
And anybody that donates $150 or more gets all of that and a T-shirt that says
Yeah.
"Share the Good."
Which you can see on our stream right now.
Soupy comfy. And then
They are
anybody
comfy.
that donates $400 or more gets all of that plus a day sponsorship. Anybody that donates $5,000 or more, I will
You get to go to coffee
write them a
with Kyle.
song.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh,
Yes.
that's new.
How about that?
Yeah.
$5,000 or more during this hour. You've got 29 minutes.
I mean, we have a goal. I mean, I've got at least 3 good embarrassing stories. So we're at 170 right now. 200 unlocks the first little tidbit. Then another 400 unlocks the next. So I'd love to. Let's get to at least $600 in the next half hour.
You know, I'm serious about this. I'm going to go back to this. $5,000 or more. I'm actually going to go to a studio and record it. Like, I'll pay for the recording. It's going to be a legit, whatever you want it to be about. Like, you want it to be about your kids. You want it to be about your family. You want it to be about your business. Whatever.
Like a jingle?
We're gonna. No, not a jingle. Like a
whole
song.
Which
Wow.
you have
Like,
done
we'll do it.
before. Hasn't this been part of a Cupertino Classic bet before that you would do some kind of song with Bishop?
Yeah.
So
we did.
the only reason
I wrote
I
a song
bring
about Bishop Rhodes.
the only reason I bring this
Wow.
up is to say Kyle really will do this.
But that was like, I just played it on the ukulele live.
Yeah.
Like, this is like $5,000. We got to do this right.
I meant to just be complimenting your songwriting
Oh,
skills.
well,
That
thank
he
you.
really can write songs about whatever topic.
In the past, we've given away like Popple CDs.
Yes.
My band, or Spork CDs, which is another band that I've got a bad habit of starting bands. I don't think anybody wants CDs anymore. If you do, let me know. I'll send them to you.
Customized song. Wow.
Wow,
yeah.
$5,000. If you just happen to have it laying around.
And you want to donate that to the Tipman
Well,
Hour?
and
Or
you
even
can
if it
give
becomes
it over
10,000.
time.
Yes.
So, and I want
But
to
not
share.
like 20 years.
No, it's not like a mortgage. Mortgage.
I am pledging
Take out a
$5 a month for the next 40 years.
But you know what? Speaking
I
of
don't know what
that,
that adds up to.
speaking of that, this is something that I find convicting. So, and we haven't shared it since Tuesday, I think. So let's say it again. Speaking of making payments like monthly
Yeah.
or whatever, we've talked about this before, that we consume so much media these days. And right now, there's this trend in media where you can just pay for only what you want monthly.
Right.
It'll be a little bit of money, but only for what you want. Lots of people are not doing the whole cable package anymore, right? People
Right,
are doing,
right.
I just really like HBO, so I'm going to subscribe to HBO. I just really like Peacock and for NBC shows and whatever. So if you understand that principle, you understand that you are making choices about the media that's important to you,
Right.
That's what people are doing these days. They're saying, this is what matters to me. This is what is important. And I've heard someone put it this way, and it made me a little bit squirmy, like, oh, I really am making really purposeful choices about the secular media I consume and speaking with my dollars
Right.
about what is important for
It's-
secular media.
Like some people, you vote with your money.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you
Yeah.
supporting? What are you wanting to encourage and
Am
create
I
more of?
being as intentional about speaking with my money for the the media that changes people's lives, that could be getting their souls to heaven, getting my own soul to heaven, hopefully, but also whoever else could be thousands of people, hundreds of thousands
Crystal
of people.
shared, I love the morning podcasts. They bless my morning drive. Thanks for all you are doing for the kingdom.
Yay! So vote with your money, right? You can support that kind of work that can be really making a difference in doing God's work.
Well, and a difference here is like Netflix, Disney Plus, they don't give you the content unless you pay them.
Yeah, right.
We've got a different model where it's free for anybody, and if you are able to support it, then great. You know, and not everybody is able to. Not everybody has the finances to, or is convicted to do it, and that's fine. We still want to be able to share this content with them because the more people that are able to hear it, the better. The more we're able to share, these inspirational stories, challenging stories, this fun stuff for kids. That's also gonna the thing that you mentioned, Catholic Sprouts. I like that it's daily because they get into liturgical things,
Right.
like feast days or like during Lent doing these different, was it the
Pride
capital
this
sins
week.
and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say I think that people sometimes undervalue the broad and like the broad appeal and the just how far audio can go, and like some of the most popular, most evangelistic things that are happening in our church right now are audio, right? So Father Mike Schmitz, from Ascension, in Ascension Press, had the Bible in a Year podcast, which is like I'm going through now the second year, but that's the #1 Catholic podcast.
Right.
It actually was the &1
like
Any
podcast for a
podcast.
while.
Yeah, right.
You
the
know,
beginning of January.
the Hallow
for 2
app,
years.
which is a phenomenal app if you don't have it, and they do charge you if you want their premium content, but that is the #1 Catholic app, and it's like, and it actually goes beyond just the Catholic Church. A lot of people cause it's kind of like a meditation app that has like the rosary and things. A lot of people are loving that who aren't even Catholic because it just, it's very relaxing. They've got amazing meditations. And I just want to say, like, even before I joined Spoke Street, I had heard about Spoke Street, and I was living in Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah.
And my wife and I started listening to the Messy Parenting podcast,
Yeah.
which is on our network, which is another
Messy
great
Family.
show. The Messy Family, thank you. And it has affected our marriage in a highly positive way.
Awesome.
They do they talk about this like family board meeting that they
Yep.
do. And it's like, we tried that a couple times, and it's so great. You know, like these practical tips. So I just think not only if you support us, not only are you supporting the mission here at Redeemer Radio, but I can tell you, as somebody who is not from Fort Wayne, how you're actually spreading the gospel far beyond just the boundaries of this diocese.
You know what? Speaking of people underestimating how popular audio content is, that's not to like diminish the popularity of video content, which we are shooting for in increasing and
Planning
all
on
that stuff.
investing in, yeah.
But this is so interesting. I just heard an ad for this the other day in one of the extra secular podcasts. I like sports. I listen to a lot of sports podcasts. Anyway, so I was listening to one of these podcasts and I heard an ad. The Today Show is putting their content out as podcasts now. So not just so that's just to say it's easy for us to sort of like try to follow trends, and maybe those trends were a little bit exaggerated by certain companies anyway about the popularity of video, but companies know people are listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Not just video, but people are listening to podcasts, and you know that because I search for Today Show in my podcast app, and Today Show, Good Morning America, NBC Nightly News, all of these shows are releasing their content as audio as well because people are consuming it. They know that that's an audience.
It's both and.
Yeah.
The thing about audio is like you can do it while you're doing other things.
Absolutely.
Like I do it while I'm driving. I do it when I'm mowing
Which
in
is
the
why
summer.
I prefer
Exercising.
podcasts
Doing
to the other
dishes,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is that the whole concept of on demand. So everybody listening now is listening live because we're not planning on posting this after the fact. Yeah. And we're going to continue to do that with Redeemer Radio, continue to have live radio because there's a convenience factor of I just press the button and it plays and I put it on the background or while I'm driving or whatever. But so much is shifting to on demand. Like all of the examples that you gave with Netflix, Disney Plus, all of this, Peacock, that's all on demand. Like my kids don't understand the concept of the show's not on right now. Like they go over to grandma's house and they turn it, because we don't have any TV at all other than, what we pick and to watch. Like, we don't have an antenna. We don't have a cable. And so they go to grandma's house and they're like, we want to watch this. Well, it's not on right now. And they don't understand that. Or it's not like in the middle of the show and they wanted to start over. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You should see the fits my 3-year-old
my kids are
throws over the
frustrated.
15-second little ad at the beginning of a show. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, what is this? I didn't ask for this.
Right.
I wanted Babar or whatever.
And that's what podcast is allowing us to do for radio content is making it
Yes.
on demand. So you can listen to it whenever you want. You can skip around if you want. You can skip an episode if you want. You can listen to
Pause
it
and
again
come
if
back.
you want. You
Yep.
can you can pause while you go into the grocery store and pick up whenever you come back out.
Yeah.
You're not they call them driveway moments, whenever you
Yeah.
pull up to your
You can't
house and
stop.
you
You
can't turn
just
off the
can't
radio
stop.
because you want to hear the rest of the interview, which hopefully our content is doing that
Yeah.
for you. But with a podcast, you just
You
pause
actually
it
can. You
and
can just pause
go
it.
into work,
Yeah.
come back out, hit resume. And that is such an important thing to be able to provide that for people. Also, it's shareable. Our shirts say "share the good." Like, you hear something that you like on the radio in a podcast,
Yes.
like, share it. Go on Facebook, share it.
Just ding him. He'll stop doing
Speaking of sharing the good, Sean O'Connor actually asked us to give his prizes to a volunteer.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. That's so nice.
And he actually
awesome.
texted us at 260-436-9598. And you can text us too.
Yeah.
It's very easy. We're here chatting away while we're talking.
Yeah.
You can text the CEO
Yeah.
Yeah.
of
We
Redeemer Radio
we
right
get
now.
so
She's-
enthusiastic about this
Yeah.
because we really
Fill up the
believe
text
in this
line.
mission. But I hope that you're hearing our enthusiasm about this and how much we believe in it, and that you can translate that into why you should join in that mission.
Yeah, Eric, we just got a text from Eric Bradley. Well, he got the tribe on.
Woo!
But he says, I love the podcast, especially Poco Poco. That's one of my favorites
yeah.
as well.
Me too.
And Abiding Together.
Yes.
He says he does miss hearing Kyle and Andrea live every morning, so thank you for this week. But he texted that to us by texting 260-436-9598.
Awesome. We're doing a special for the next, 18 minutes. If you donate any amount at all, you're going to get a Spoke Street sticker. It's durable. You can run it through the dishwasher on a.
And
I've got it on
I
water
have and
bottles
I do.
Stuff. Yeah. Spoke Street sticker. We've got a Spoke Street notebook, all for any donation at all. If you donate $25 or more, you are going to get and you apply it toward the Tipman Hour. So they offered to extend their doubling dollars. So if you apply it to the Tipman Hour, that your $25 becomes $50, your $100 becomes $200. Awesome way to invest. Actually, I want to talk about investing too. $25 or more toward the Tipman Hour gets the sticker, the notebook, and an umbrella, a Redeemer Radio umbrella.
You can only see it if you're watching the live stream, but I was the very first. I was right on board with this umbrella. I was like, give me the pledge form.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
$150 or more is going to get the sticker, the notebook, the umbrella, and a T-shirt that says "Share the Good," which they're awesome. The shirts
They
are
are
great
so
this
good.
year. Everybody tells me this is their favorite shirt.
My dad said, "Oh, I don't really like that color," and you should have seen the look on my face. I was like, "That's objectively wrong.
That's a,
You have no style. You're just wrong." Oh, speaking of my dad, let me tell his joke. It'll take me 2 seconds.
oh, the joke.
Oh, you got a dad
didn't do the
joke.
joke.
I was
last
supposed
time.
to tell
Oh,
the joke
fantastic.
yesterday, and then we forgot. We got so excited about other things. What is the Pope's favorite music note?
The Pope's favorite music note. I don't know.
A holy C.
Uh,
Like instead of a high C, a holy C.
Oh, wow.
Get it?
Yeah, I guess.
WC.
When I told it to the ladies on the way out yesterday, the food ladies, they were like, "No."
I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
Anyway,
thank you
thanks
that.
for the joke, Dad.
Yeah. 260-436-9598. The easiest thing for you to do is just to text us a number, and
How
we
much you'd
will
like to give, yeah.
we'll write it down. Any number at all. 5 would mean you're going to get a sticker and a notebook. If you said 43, you're going to get a notebook, a sticker, and an umbrella. If you said 172, you're going to get a notebook, a sticker, an umbrella, and a T-shirt. If you said 487, you're also going to become a day sponsor. Those are just numbers. If you say $5,000, I'm going to write you a song.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay to go to a professional studio and record it. We'll get backup singers. We'll do the whole deal. It's going to be awesome. $5,000.
I do really hope that people can hear how excited we are and how much we believe in doing this work. And I do want to say that, I'm not even making this up. I really did say to my husband the other day, like, I have never liked the work that I'm doing more than I do right now. And so I do want to say, just like really quickly, like this, I want to commend Cindy and our board and all the people who have been doing this work, but for being willing to listen to the Holy Spirit and say, we're not just willing to do what's already working and just stay there and stay comfortable, but to say, what is the Holy Spirit asking us to do? Right. And Cindy has been such a brave leader in doing that and saying we're going to do it no matter what kind of hesitancy we get or pushback we get. Like, if the Holy Spirit's asking us, the Holy Spirit's asking us. And building this amazing team. And we're just so excited about this work. And we really do hope that you can hear that and you believe in it as much as we do and that you're willing to join us in this work too.
And I really think that this is just the beginning. Like, Redeemer Radio has been around for how many years now?
Like probably close to 20, right? It was
2006, but in 2002 is when we
just
aired Catholic
1 hour,
Answers
2
or
hours,
the
or
people
whatever.
before us. Yes,
and so in some ways, like, we've evolved and we're like maturing, but in other ways, I feel like we're just scratching the surface. We're just starting something huge, and it's awesome. Yeah.
I get to ring this.
Okay.
Bob Busher just made a very generous donation, so I think he definitely gets all the prizes.
All right.
Yeah.
Not quite the song.
Okay.
but-
Okay.
Wow, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Bob.
Awesome. Great. We are the song she's talking about is I offered to write a song for anybody that donates $5,000 or more in the next 14 minutes. And especially if you apply that to the Tipman hour, then it becomes $10,000. So if you want to do that, I will write a song for you about whatever you want, about your family, about your dog, about the school that you went to, whatever. We'll write a song, and I'm not just like talking like a demo or something like that. Like, we're going to go to a studio and do it right.
Legit.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah,
You know
it's gonna
what?
be cool.
In case anyone needs to know this, the umbrella that you can get if you donate $25 or more and let us apply to the Tipman Hour, it fits right in my briefcase, right in my laptop bag.
Yeah, it's the right size.
Yeah.
The smaller ones are really chintzy because they got so many hinges and stuff, they fall apart. The bigger ones are hard to store.
Your child will poke you in the eye with that umbrella multiple times.
Yeah, it's perfect size.
This is perfect.
So that umbrella is for anybody who donates $25 or more, but only for the next 13 minutes.
I'm pretty sure we're over our thresholds here.
For embarrassing stories?
Oh, yeah. We've unlocked it. We're at, what are we at here, Cindy? For our,
Oh gosh, I
our
just
goal.
got off that.
Here, hold on. I think
Well,
we're
while
at,
you're looking that up, let's get one embarrassing story from Pat.
well,
Well, wait, your dad just made a donation and he gets a shirt and appreciation.
Woohoo!
Thanks,
Wow.
Dad.
So much.
Awesome.
And Mom.
So Pat Padley is our chief marketing officer.
and we're going to...
He knows what sells funny stories.
Funny stories. Run. Well, I mean, I'm wearing a shirt right now that has a hole in it. Like, it's pretty significant. This is one of my favorite shirts, and it ripped
Oh,
right before I
no.
left. But I'm like, I'm bringing it anyway. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that is a big hole.
But you can cover it up with a cardigan or roll it up.
No,
But
no,
it's
no,
like,
no.
I'm still
You
gonna-
got to get elbow patches for
Yeah,
it.
it's in the
Put-
perfect
No
spot.
way.
elbow patches on
does
that
that
shirt.
work?
Yes.
Oh, that would be
For the
amazing.
suit jackets.
Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be perfect.
Just get a
That's
stretchy
perfect.
one so it doesn't happen
It's the
again.
perfect spot for
That
a
is
patch.
okay. Maybe I should do
Isn't that the funniest thing?
Yes.
Elbow patches on suit jackets. Who?
But elbow
how did that
patches
become a
on
fashion
shirts,
thing?
That, I could,
Yes,
I could
elbow
start a
patch
trend.
on
Yeah,
shirt
you'll
is
make it
perfect.
happen.
My wife is probably just shaking my. It's like she's like, you need to just buy new clothes.
That's what my husband would be like.
I have
or,
a really hard
or
time
you can
finding
just get a
shirts
shirt.
because I'm so tall.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
Actually, it's funny because when I first came, everybody's like, "Wow, you're much taller." And I thought,
That I
Okay,
almost feel
embarrassing
bad
story.
about that because
Okay.
that's
I
like
could
the
do
first
rapid
thing I
fire
said
here
about Paul.
because
Pat.
we're at 2320.
Woohoo!
$2,320. Thank you, everybody.
Much. Wow.
Great.
People did that by texting 260-436-9598. All right, next embarrassing story.
Yeah.
There's a theme park that I went to called Worlds of Fun. I'm in
World of Fun.
Worlds
Oh,
of Fun.
multiple
Worlds
worlds.
of
Oh, you have
Wow.
worlds.
Wow.
So much fun. You have Worlds of Fun in Kansas City.
Multi-planet fun.
And this is like I'm in 7th grade or 8th grade or something. and this new roller coaster had started, and I'm with my friends, and they have, you know how roller coasters have those cameras where they take your pictures?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my friends had convinced me, because, you know, you're in 8th grade, that it's cool to flip off the camera, right?
Uh-oh.
Like,
Oh,
that's
boy.
what you do, right?
Oh, boy.
That's what you should do when you're in 8th grade and you're a punky kid.
Plug your ears, kids.
But then all my friends, without telling me, decided not to do it.
Okay.
Like they literally were like, let's just get Pat to do it. So we go on the ride, we do that, and we're all sprinting after the ride to go check out this grotesque picture that we just did. Well, really just me. And it's not up there.
It
But
doesn't-
what is
yeah,
there
they
is
don't
a
publish.
park ranger. A park ranger is
boy.
waiting for me, and she pulls me
Do they call
aside.
them park rangers at
I don't
a theme
know.
park?
At Worlds of Fun. They're protecting all the worlds.
This is
of
my
fun.
worst nightmare.
So she starts questioning me. I when I get really nervous, I start to like just kind of stumble over my words. I start telling her my name and address, and like my parents' phone number was really easy.
Your real name and address?
Yeah, I'm like, my name is Pat Badley, and my phone number is 897-2897, and like it was just really easy. My parents had like really easy to remember stuff. So I go through, and she's just like, I can't believe you do. Like, there's families that are here, and da-da-da. And then finally she goes, and you didn't even tell me real information. Who names their kid Pat Padley? Like, as if it's a completely made-up name. I mean, full name Patrick Padley, but anyway. So there you go. There's another fun, embarrassing story.
All right,
Amazing.
260-436-9598. There's about 10 things that you can do this morning. One is answer the tri-bond. Thunder, movie cameras, the R's in Spanish. What do these three things have in common? Thunder, movie cameras, the R's in Spanish. Text your answer to 260-436-9598. The other thing you can do is tell us what shows you're enjoying that are on Redeemer Radio. Favorite show, maybe even if there was an episode that really you enjoyed. Mm-hmm. Let us know what you'd like.
Something that stuck with you, or
Yeah. And then the third is your donation. We are fundraising right now. This is how we are able to continue. We don't fundraise every day. Like, this isn't something, we don't do it every
not
week.
that we wouldn't take your money every day,
Like at church,
but we don't ask you for it.
they pass the basket every week,
Yeah.
you know? Like, we just do this twice a year, Sharathon. And so if you would like to support us, this is the time to do it. Also, because you can do this tomorrow. That's fine. But if you do it in the next 8 minutes, we've got special benefits for you. So text the number that you would like to donate. It's like 40, 400, 4,000, 4D,000, whatever you want to donate. Text a number to 260-436-9598. We've got a free sticker and a notebook for any donation at all. We've got an umbrella, a Redeemer Radio umbrella for anybody that donates $25 or more and says they want that to go to the Tipman Hour, because that becomes $50 for us. They double the money. Any donation $150 or more is going to get the T-shirt, the umbrella, the notebook, the sticker, and then day sponsors start at $400. My love and admiration for you starts really about $5, but I really get excited. I really get excited whenever there's 3 or 4 digits. And then anybody that donates $5,000 or more, I'm going to write a song for you, and we're going to record it. We'll play it on air, probably. Hey,
And the
phone call.
phones. People are calling in now, too.
260-436-9598. Again, all you have to do is text us a number. The number would be, we'll assume, is the dollar amount that you want to donate. We'll put that in our spreadsheet. We'll catch up with you later. 260-436-9598. This is a bonus hour of Sharathon, the Sharathon extravaganza, the tailgate party. We're getting you warmed up. At 8 o'clock, we're going to hand things over. I don't even know what our schedule is for today. But another phone call.
Dr. Denise.
Hey.
Wow.
Yay. Yeah, there are lots of hours. I have the paper. Here.
I'm
Here
pulling
we
up.
go.
I'm going to RedeemerRadio.com. I'm
Right.
clicking on Sharathon.
We have
We've got the whole
Precious Blood
schedule.
coming up at 8, and then the Catholic Community Foundation. Talk about our community, just like all doing such great work all together. That's at 9, Catholic Community Foundation, and then St. Pius X at 10. They'll be up. We'll be switching to the South Bend studio. St. Thomas the Apostle at 11. Our Lady of Good Hope at noon. I'm going to have to donate even more money. That's my parish. St. John New Haven at 1. St. Joe Mishawaka at 2. Happy feast day to them tomorrow. St. Therese and St. Henry in Fort Wayne. See how I can switch back and forth so easily between Trez and Therese?
Oh,
Wow,
nicely
that's impressive.
done.
Because that was my home parish as a kid. That's at 3 p.m. And then at 4 p.m., St. Anthony of Padua. That's the Angola crew. We have 2 St. Anthony of Paduas. And then St. Jude Fort Wayne at 5 p.m.
Yeah. What do we got here?
I think we have a donor who wants to donate live on the air.
Oh, talk about my connections. This is one of my high school teachers.
Oh, hello. And a volunteer.
And a volunteer,
Good.
all because of Andrea.
Aw.
Oh, sorry. Andrea, I've admired her since she was a kid. You know, so, and her dad joke, while it was lame. But I love Al. He's a great guy. So he does come up with some other great things. So we can forgive him for the joke. But I love the Poco.
Yeah.
And I just felt really compelled to donate because this is such a great thing that we have going here. You know, that people don't realize how great Fort Wayne is and the South Bend area and what we have, the gifts that we have to give, and so I was like, not all because of Andrea, because the Spirit moved us. The Spirit moved, and I loved it when Kyle and which one's Kyle? I don't
I'm
know.
Kyle.
You're Kyle. Okay, I'm like, I don't know faces. I know Andrea. But listening to your shows in the morning, and the other thing is prayer in the morning, because I go to work at I work over at Parkview, and I drive in at 6, and I do the prayer, and I love it. I love it, and that's such an inspiration.
Amazing.
Thank you for all that you do, and now I'll get out of your hair.
Thank
Oh,
you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Betty Williams?
Yes.
Thank you, Betty Williams.
you.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Live
if
on
you
the air.
if you cannot come on live, you can call or text give 260-436-9598. Again, that's 260-436-9598. And actually, Eric Bradley in Goshen also likes Poco.
Oh, good.
Poco.
It's such
Yeah.
a good one. It's so, every time I listen, I'm like, man, these friars are fun and inspiring.
And that's an example of a show that is not on any other radio station
Yeah,
right now.
that's
One of the
it.
things, we actually got a grant to try to make this so we can give this to other radio stations, and we're working with several radio stations. They're trying to figure out how they can copy us. And like, for example, the CNA Newsroom is, I think, EWTN's best show they have
so
ever
good.
created,
Oh.
and it is not on any EWTN station
Not-
in the
it's
world
nowhere.
except for ours.
It's just in podcasts and
Because-
on Redeemer Radio.
Because we've been able to be creative, innovative, and I think this is going to make a huge impact in the church, a huge impact for media, being able to provide content that is so good, like Poco, like CNA Newsroom, all of our favorites, being able to provide this to listeners listening to radio. If you want to support this mission, help us to reach more people, help us to evangelize, help us to show people that God loves them, and hopefully they can grow in their faith by listening to this. There's no promises, but
you know
we
what?
hear
You know what
stories all
else
the
I
time
want to
that it
remind
is.
people to do while you've got your phone out is share your favorite episodes. If you really have, and now we know people have been liking the content that they've been hearing. You
Yeah.
know, and a way that you can help us,
Share the good.
another way to help us is by sharing some of those podcasts. You can find them really easily if you go to redeemerradio.com/today. If you're hearing it at a certain time, it'll be there listed. You'll be able to find which episode you heard on the date. But also go to spokestreet.com, click around, find your new favorite podcast. There might be something that you just never even knew you would love that is right there, and start sharing it with other people who you know would be really inspired by it too, because that is evangelization. It's not just like evangelization. It is sharing Christ with other people.
All right, text us any number that you would like to donate, 260-436-9598. There's 2 minutes before we shift things over to our regular Sharathon with Most Precious Blood. And if you do it now, we've got extra bonuses like the free sticker, the free notebook with any donation at all, the Redeemer Radio umbrella for anybody that donates $25 or more and wants that to go towards the Tipman Hour, because that doubles it for us. $150 more is going to get the sticker, the notebook, the umbrella, and the T-shirt that says "Share the Good." And that's what you were just talking about, Andrea. Is we need to share the good. The the good, the true, the beautiful. These are the transcendentals. These are all things that lead us to God. So if it is good, then let's share that with others. And the podcasts are an easy way to share your faith with others in sometimes subtle ways and sometimes very straightforward ways of like, hey, this is we had this conversation about Mary and you're having the troubles with it. Check out this podcast. They explain it really well, you know. And then we don't have to fumble over our words if we're not really confident in apologetics and things like that. So text us 260-436-9598. If you want to give us a call, our volunteers are rolling in here. Give them a call, 260-436-9598. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for our early morning Sharathon extravaganza. We're going to shift things over, let Most Precious Blood come on in. Thank you to everybody who's donated, volunteered, and helped out. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Spring Sharathon right here on Redeemer Radio.
You're listening to Sharathon on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM WRDF, Columbia City, Fort Wayne, 95.7 FM WRDI, Napanee, Michiana, and streaming on the Redeemer Radio app. Stay tuned to your listener-supported local Catholic radio station.
It's easy to become a Redeemer Radio supporter. Volunteers are standing by and lines are open for you. Call or text GIVE to 260-436-9598.
You can give sustaining support to Redeemer Radio by becoming a recurring donor. Ongoing contributions help to reduce our dependence on Sharathon and allow us to focus on programs and future needs. Your recurring donation can be automatically charged to a credit or debit card or transferred from a bank account.
I came back to my faith in my mid-20s, and so for the period of time that I was not practicing, I feel like I missed out on a lot of learning and enrichment and understanding the Catholic viewpoint. So Redeemer Radio and its programming helps me. I feel like I'm catching up, and it just fills my brain and heart with so many wonderful things to keep me thinking throughout the day.
Redeemer Radio programs accompany listeners at every stage of their faith journey. For men and women raised in the faith and those searching for the fullness of the truth, our programming has something for everyone. Your donation helps bring the truth of the Catholic faith to listeners 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We need your support to continue sharing the good news. Give securely online by going to RedeemerRadio.com and click Give Now, or call 260-436-9598.